Making money from home sounds like a loophole, like you found a way to escape the system. But in reality, there's no shortcut happening behind the scenes. The same rules apply. You're either creating value, solving problems, or capturing attention. And if you're not doing one of these consistently, you're not making money, no matter where you're working from, because home isn't the advantage skill, is the people who are actually making money from home aren't just sitting around waiting for opportunities. They're building systems that bring opportunities to them, and they can look very different depending on the path they choose because there isn't just one way to do this. There are multiple lanes, and each one rewards a different kind of effort. And the first lane is freelancing, which is the fastest way for most people to start because you're trading a skill for money, writing design videos, editing code, or marketing. Anything that businesses need can be sold remotely. But again, the skill alone isn't enough. You have to know how to position it, how to communicate value, and how to get in front of clients because without that, you're invisible. And invisibility, it doesn't pay the second lane. It's content creation too, which is slower at the beginning, but can scale much bigger over time because instead of working one on one, you're building an audience and monetization, attention through ads, sponsorships, affiliates, links, or your own products. But attention is competitive and consistency is everything because nobody pays for content, nobody sees, and the people who win here understand hook storytelling and how to keep people engaged long enough to convert that attention into income. And the third lane is a commerce, including drop shipping, print on demand, or private label, where you're selling products online without needing a physical store. But the real work isn't the product, it's the marketing, because without traffic, you have nothing. And traffic comes from ads, content, or both. And learning how to drive that traffic profitability is what determines whether you succeed or fail. And the fourth lane is remote work, which is the most stable option, but also the most limited in terms of upside because you're still trading time for money just from a different location. But even here, the people who earn more aren't the ones working harder. They're the ones with specialized skill. They are harder to replace because more replaceable you are, the lower your earning potential becomes. And then there's the fifth lane, which is digital products, things like courses, templates, ebooks, or software where you create something once and sell it multiple times. And this is where stability really shows up because your income is no longer tied directly to your hours, but getting there requires knowledge, the credibility, and an understanding of what people are willing to pay for because nobody buys information they can get for free unless it's packaged in a way that saves them time or gives them a clearer result. And across all of these lanes, there's a common pattern. The people who make money from home treat it like a business, not a convenience. They have structure, they have discipline, and they understand that just because you're at home doesn't mean the standards are lower. If anything, they're higher because the distractions are everywhere and nobody is watching you, which means you have to manage yourself. And that's harder than it sounds because freedom without discipline leads to inconsistency, and inconsistency kills income. So the real challenge isn't finding a method, it's sticking with one long enough to get good at because most people jump from one idea to the next, chasing whatever looks easiest at the moment, and they never stay in one lane long enough to see results. They try freelancing for a week and then switch to drop shipping, and they then try content creation, and each time they reset their progress back to zero and wonder why nothing is working when in reality they're quitting before the payoff phase even begins. Because every path has a delay between effort and results. And if you don't push through that delay, you never reach the point where things start compounding. And compounding is where the real money is made. That's when you pass work starts working for you. And when your content keeps getting views, your product keeps selling, and your reputation brings in clients without constant outreach. And your system it starts generating income with less effort, but none of that happens at the start. If only it shows up consistently and improvement over time. And that's why the idea of easy money from home is so misleading because it sets the wrong expectation. It makes people think location is key and when it actually leverage of skills, leverage of systems, leverage of attention. And once you understand that, you stop asking how can I make money from home and start asking how can I build something that works regardless of where I am, because that's the real goal, not just working from home, but having control over how you earn. And that control comes from becoming valuable in a way that isn't tied to a specific place or schedule. And that's available to anyone willing to learn and apply and stay consistent long enough to see it, though. Thanks for watching today. If you found today's video valuable, please like and subscribe. Without you and your subscription, I don't know how much longer I can be on this channel, and I really want to be here for many years to come, but I need 1,000 subscribers, and without you, I can't do that. So please subscribe, and also check out this video to the right. If you found value in today's video, maybe today that video as well will help you on your financial journey. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.